Hey there, folks. Welcome to today's video. We're about to embark on a detailed exploration of a topic that significantly impacts the daily lives of countless individuals as they enter their golden years. The frequent urge to pee every hour after the age of 60. If you've ever found yourself constantly making trips to the bathroom, or if you've noticed a loved one grappling with this frustrating issue, you're in the right place. By the time we reach the end of this video, you'll have a comprehensive understanding of why this happens, the various factors at play, and most importantly, a whole host of practical solutions that you can start implementing tonight. Let's kick things off by delving deep into the natural changes that our bodies undergo as we age. As we cross the threshold into our 60s and beyond, our bodies are like complex machines that start to show signs of wear and tear in various ways. One of the most notable areas where these changes become apparent is in our urinary system. The muscles within our urinary tract, which act as the guardians controlling the flow of urine from the bladder and ensuring its proper emptying, begin to lose their strength. Picture these muscles as the gates of a dam. When they're strong and functioning optimally, they open and close with precision, allowing urine to flow out smoothly at the right moments and ensuring that the bladder is fully emptied each time. But as the years go by, these muscles gradually weaken, much like an old, creaky gate that doesn't quite shut properly. When this happens, the bladder isn't able to empty completely, which means it fills up again at a much faster rate, leading to that all too familiar frequent urge to pee. It's not just the muscles that are affected, though. The bladder itself also experiences significant transformations. Over time, it loses a great deal of its elasticity. Think of a rubber band that, with repeated use, loses its ability to stretch and snap back into shape. A less elastic bladder simply can't hold as much urine as it did in our younger years. Even a relatively small amount of liquid can trigger the sensation that it's time to head to the bathroom. This reduction in the bladder's capacity is a major contributing factor to why so many seniors find themselves making far more trips to the loo than they would like. Now, while these age-related changes are a fundamental part of the story, they're only the tip of the iceberg. Medical conditions play an incredibly significant role in this frequent urination problem among seniors. Diabetes, for instance, is one of the most common culprits. When a person has diabetes, their body struggles to regulate blood sugar levels effectively. High blood sugar levels put an enormous amount of strain on the kidneys, which are responsible for filtering the blood. The kidneys work overtime to remove the excess sugar from the bloodstream, and in the process, they also have to get rid of more fluid than normal. This increased workload results in a higher production of urine, and as a consequence, those with diabetes often find themselves needing to pee much more frequently. What's more, if diabetes isn't managed properly through a combination of diet, exercise, and medication, this problem can escalate over time, causing even more disruption to a person's daily life. High blood pressure is another condition that can contribute significantly to this issue. Many individuals with high blood pressure are prescribed medications known as diuretics. These drugs work by helping the body eliminate excess salt and water, which in turn helps to lower blood pressure. While they're highly effective in managing blood pressure, one of the side effects of diuretics is that they increase urine production. So if you're taking these medications, it's no surprise that you might notice an uptick in the number of trips you make to the bathroom. It's a bit of a double-edged sword. The medication is helping to keep your blood pressure in check, but it's also causing this inconvenient urinary problem. For men, prostate problems are a major concern. The prostate gland, which is located near the urinary tract, often starts to enlarge as men age, a condition medically referred to as benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. As the prostate grows, it can press against the urethra, the tube that carries urine out of the body. This pressure partially obstructs the flow of urine, making it much more difficult for the bladder to empty completely. As a result, the bladder has to work harder, and the urge to pee becomes more frequent. If left untreated, BPH can lead to a host of other complications, such as urinary tract infections, which further exacerbate the problem of frequent urination. The discomfort and inconvenience caused by prostate issues can have a profound impact on a man's quality of life, affecting everything from his sleep to his ability to engage in daily activities without constant interruptions. Urinary tract infections, UTIs, are also a common issue among seniors, particularly women. The urinary tract is a pathway that can easily become a breeding ground for bacteria. When bacteria enter the urinary tract, they can cause an infection, which irritates the lining of the bladder. This irritation sends signals to the brain, creating a strong and persistent urge to pee, even when the bladder isn't actually full. Symptoms of a UTI can include a burning sensation during urination, cloudy or bloody urine, and a constant feeling that you need to go to the bathroom. UTIs can be not only uncomfortable, but also potentially dangerous if left untreated, as they can spread to the kidneys and cause more serious health problems. Overactive bladder syndrome is another condition that plagues many seniors. With this syndrome, the muscles of the bladder contract involuntarily, sending false signals to the brain that it's time to urinate, even when the bladder contains only a small amount of urine. These involuntary contractions can be triggered by a variety of factors, including certain foods, drinks, and even stress. Living with overactive bladder syndrome can be extremely challenging, as it can make it difficult to plan activities or leave the house without the constant worry of finding a bathroom quickly. Medications, aside from diuretics, can also play a role in causing frequent urination. Some antidepressants, antihistamines, and muscle relaxants can interfere with the normal functioning of the urinary system. They might either increase urine production or disrupt the communication between the bladder and the brain, leading to that all, too familiar frequent urge to pee. For example, certain antidepressants can affect the balance of neurotransmitters in the brain, which in turn can impact the signals sent to the bladder. It's important to be aware of these potential side effects when starting a new medication and to discuss any concerns with your healthcare provider. The consequences of having to pee every hour are far-reaching and can have a significant impact on various aspects of a senior's life. During the day, while it can be inconvenient, it's often manageable. You might have to plan your outings carefully, making sure there are restrooms available along the way. You may find yourself cutting short activities or social gatherings because you're worried about not being able to find a bathroom in time. This can lead to feelings of frustration and a sense of missing out on experiences. But at night, the problem takes on a whole new level of difficulty. Constantly waking up to go to the bathroom disrupts the sleep cycle, which is crucial for overall health and well-being. Sleep is when our bodies repair and rejuvenate themselves. When we don't get enough quality sleep, we wake up feeling tired, groggy, and less able to focus. Our concentration levels drop, and we're more prone to making mistakes. Over time, chronic sleep deprivation can weaken the immune system, making us more vulnerable to other illnesses. It can also have a negative impact on our mood, leading to feelings of irritability, anxiety, and even depression. The impact on a senior's social life is also considerable. Many seniors start to avoid social events, gatherings with friends, or even simple outings like going to the movies or a restaurant. They worry about the embarrassment of having to excuse themselves frequently to use the restroom or not being able to find a bathroom in time. This self-imposed isolation can lead to feelings of loneliness, which are not only emotionally distressing, but can also have a detrimental effect on physical health. Loneliness has been linked to a variety of health problems, including an increased risk of heart disease, dementia, and a weakened immune system. However, there's no need to despair because there are numerous things you can do to start improving the situation tonight. First and foremost, let's talk about fluid intake. Staying hydrated is essential for good health, but the timing and type of fluids you consume can make a big difference. Try to avoid drinking large amounts of water, juice, or any other beverages in the 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. This gives your body enough time to process the fluids and empty your bladder before you settle in for the night. But don't make the mistake of cutting back too much during the day. Dehydration can cause a whole host of problems, including fatigue, dizziness, and constipation, and it can actually make the frequent urination problem worse in some cases. Instead, sip on water throughout the day in smaller, more manageable amounts. This helps to keep your body hydrated without overloading your bladder right before bedtime. Another important aspect to consider is the type of fluids you're consuming. Caffeine and alcohol are two substances that should be avoided, especially in the evening. Caffeine, which is found in coffee, tea, chocolate, and many sodas, acts as a diuretic. It stimulates the kidneys to produce more urine, increasing the frequency of urination. Alcohol, on the other hand, not only has a diuretic effect, but also relaxes the muscles that control the bladder. This combination can lead to even more trips to the bathroom. Instead of reaching for caffeinated or alcoholic beverages, opt for herbal teas like chamomile or peppermint. Chamomile tea in particular has calming properties that can help you relax before bed and doesn't have the same impact on your urinary system as caffeine or alcohol. Pelvic floor exercises are a powerful tool in the fight against frequent urination. These exercises focus on strengthening the muscles that support the bladder and urethra. One of the most well-known pelvic floor exercises is the Kegel exercise. It's incredibly simple to do, and you can perform it anywhere, even in the privacy of your own home. To do a Kegel, start by identifying the pelvic floor muscles. You can do this by stopping the flow of urine mid-stream, but only do this once or twice to find the muscles. Don't make it a habit, as it can cause urinary problems. Once you've located the muscles, contract them as tightly as you can and hold for about 5 to 10 seconds. Then, relax the muscles completely. Repeat this 10 to 15 times and aim for 3 to 4 sets throughout the day. Over time, these exercises can improve the strength and control of your pelvic floor muscles, reducing the frequency of urination. There are also other pelvic floor exercises, such as pelvic tilts and bridges, that can complement Kegels and further strengthen the muscles in this area. If you're taking medications that might be contributing to the problem, it's crucial not to stop taking them without consulting your doctor first. However, have an open and honest conversation with your healthcare provider. Let them know about your frequent urination issue and any other symptoms you might be experiencing. They might be able to adjust your dosage, switch you to a different medication, or come up with a combination of treatments that can manage both your underlying condition and the urinary problem. Your doctor has the knowledge and expertise to make informed decisions about your medication regimen, so it's important to trust their judgment and work together to find the best solution. For those dealing with medical conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, or prostate problems, proper management is key. Follow your doctor's treatment plan religiously, take your medications as prescribed, and attend all your regular check-ups. For example, if you have diabetes, Maintaining a healthy diet that's low in sugar and carbohydrates, getting regular exercise, and monitoring your blood sugar levels closely can help keep your diabetes under control and reduce the frequency of urination. Similarly, if you have high blood pressure, making lifestyle changes like reducing salt intake, quitting smoking, and managing stress, along with taking your medications, can have a positive impact on both your blood pressure and your urinary symptoms. And for men with prostate problems, there are various treatment options available, including medications, minimally invasive procedures, and in some cases, surgery. Working closely with your doctor to determine the most appropriate treatment for your specific situation can make a world of difference. If you suspect you have a urinary tract infection, don't ignore the symptoms. As mentioned earlier, symptoms of a UTI can include a burning sensation when you pee, cloudy or bloody urine, and a strong, persistent urge to urinate. If you experience any of these, see your doctor as soon as possible. They can perform a simple urine test to confirm the infection and prescribe antibiotics to clear it up. It's important to take the full course of antibiotics as prescribed, even if your symptoms improve before you finish the medication. Stopping the antibiotics too early can allow the bacteria to survive and multiply, leading to a recurrence of the infection. In addition to these steps, there are several lifestyle changes that can help alleviate the problem of frequent urination. Maintaining a healthy weight is crucial. Excess weight can put additional pressure on your bladder and urinary tract, making the problem worse. Losing even a small amount of weight through a combination of diet and exercise can have a significant impact on your urinary symptoms. Eating a balanced diet that's rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins can also have a positive effect on your overall health, including your urinary system. Avoid foods that are high in salt, as they can cause your body to retain water, increasing urine production. Additionally, certain foods and drinks, such as spicy foods, acidic fruits, and carbonated beverages, can irritate the bladder and trigger the urge to pee more frequently. Pay attention to how your body reacts to different foods and try to limit your intake of those that seem to worsen your symptoms. Regular physical activity is another important factor. Even simple exercises like walking, swimming, or gentle yoga can improve blood circulation, strengthen your muscles, and help with bladder control. Exercise also helps to reduce stress, which can be a trigger for overactive bladder symptoms. Just make sure not to exercise too close to bedtime, as this can stimulate your body and make it harder to fall asleep. Aim to finish your workout at least a few hours before you go to bed so that your body has time to wind down. Creating a comfortable and relaxing bedtime routine can also make a big difference. Take a warm bath, read a book, listen to some calming music, or practice meditation before you go to bed. These activities can help reduce stress and anxiety, which can sometimes exacerbate the urge to pee. Make sure your bedroom is a quiet, dark, and comfortable place for sleep. Invest in a good quality mattress and pillows, and consider using blackout curtains or an eye mask to block out any light. You might also want to use a white noise machine or a fan to create a soothing background sound that can help you fall asleep and stay asleep. There are also some alternative therapies that some people find helpful for managing frequent urination. Acupuncture, for example, is an ancient Chinese practice that involves inserting thin needles into specific points on the body. Some studies have suggested that acupuncture can help relieve symptoms of overactive bladder and improve bladder function. Herbal supplements such as saw palmetto for prostate problems or cranberry extract for urinary tract health are also popular among some seniors. However, it's important to note that herbal supplements can interact with other medications, So it's essential to talk to your doctor before taking any new supplements. In some cases, if lifestyle changes and conservative treatments aren't enough, there are medical procedures that can be considered. For example, there are minimally invasive procedures available for treating prostate problems that can relieve the pressure on the urinary tract and improve urine flow. For overactive bladder, there are treatments such as bladder training, which involves gradually increasing the time between bathroom trips to retrain the bladder, and nerve stimulation therapies, which use electrical impulses to stimulate the nerves that control the bladder. These procedures are usually recommended when other options have been exhausted and are discussed on a case-by-case basis with your doctor. It's also important to involve your family and friends in this process. Let them know about your struggles with frequent urination and how it's affecting your life. They can provide emotional support, help you make the necessary lifestyle changes, and accompany you to doctor's appointments if needed. Having a strong support system can make a huge difference in your ability to manage this condition and improve your quality of life. Finally, don't lose hope. While the problem of frequent urination after 60 can be frustrating and disruptive, there are many things you can do to manage it. It might take some time and experimentation to find the combination of strategies that works best for you, but with perseverance and the right approach, you can regain control of your bladder and enjoy a more comfortable, active life. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel. We have a wealth of other great content on senior health and wellness, and we're constantly adding new videos to help you and your loved ones live your best lives. Thanks for watching, and here's to a healthier, happier you.